and welcome back to Modelling Misadventures. Now it's an exciting day today because I'm starting a new project and I'm going to make something that I've been very interested in for a very long time. I'm going to make Thunderbird 3 from the Gerry Anderson TV show of the 1960s. Now I was a really big fan of Thunderbirds. I used to love watching it as a child and I still love watching it now. And Thunderbird 3 was the single stage to orbit rocket that was flown into space by Alan Tracy. Now this particular model I found on Thingiverse and I'm going to 3D print it. I've scaled it up 1.5 times so that the finished rocket is going to be about 2 feet tall, which is fairly close to the size of some of the models that they used in the actual filming of Thunderbirds. So I'm hoping it's going to be good. Let's start printing it and see how it turns out. This is the model I'm going to be building. It's the Thunderbird 3 designed by Len Hickman, available on Thingiverse. There are some inaccuracies in this model, but it'll be good enough to act as a base, and with a few modifications, I think it'll turn into a really good model. Here we are, the first cab off the rank. And this is the bottom of Thunderbird 3. How exciting. I can't wait to get started on this. Now if you're not familiar with 3D printing, you might wonder how long does it take to actually print a part like that. Well, you can see here it took 15 hours and 39 minutes. So that's been printing all night and most of the day. Now most people that make 3D models just print them in the colour plastic that they want the finished model to be. Now I'm not going to do that on this model. If you look at this part here, you can see that there are some imperfections in this printed part. First of all, you can see that there's all these ridges going around the perimeter of the rocket, and I don't want to see those. I want it to look smooth. So there's going to have to be a lot of sanding done to sand that smooth, and then that's going to require painting. Now if you look in here, these inserts were designed for a number 3 to be glued in place, and the idea is that you would print the body of the rocket in red and then you print the number in white, and that gives you the 2 different colours. The problem is Thunderbird 3 wasn't red, it was an orange colour. You can't get the exact match in 3D printing filament. So if you want to make it look realistic at all, it's going to have to be painted. So I make most of my 3D printed models in white plastic, white PLA, and sand them down and then paint them. Now these are most of the parts for the rocket. I've still got a couple of finishing pieces to make, but this is most of it printed out, and I'm going to just roughly put it together to give you an idea of the size of the rocket when it will be finished. So very simple to make. This bit's going to go on here like that. Now, you probably won't be able to see all this just yet because I'm just going to stack it, and then we'll zoom in and have a look. So that's the rough size of the rocket. It's going to be about 2 feet tall, 24 inches tall when it is complete, and that is going to be about 1/4 scale. So I'll be able to compare it to some of my other rockets that I've made in that scale. And here at the bottom, these are the 3 engines that come out from the side. They have to be fastened on with some struts, which I'm currently just printing. So I'm really looking forward to getting started on this. I think this is going to be an amazing rocket, and there's going to be a lot of work in sanding and painting this, but I'm hoping the results are going to be worth it. And what I want to get at the end of this is a studio quality model that you would have seen, similar to what you would have seen on the TV show. Well, that's it for today. I'm going to leave it there. In the next video, I'm going to start filling and sanding and trying to make the outside of the rocket smooth. So with that, I'll say goodbye and see you next time on Modelling Misadventures.